Here are 5 things we think Lexus could have done better. Alright, so there are 5 things that we don't particularly care for with this Lexus IS350 that either Lexus could have probably done better or should have done to begin with. So first, we're going to start off with the one that my wife discussed with me and let her tell you.
One of the things I think Lexus could have done better is to design the center console in a way that created a little bit of a storage pocket, a place to put your cell phone or a pen or even your loose change. As it is, the only storage you have is the under the armrest, and it's just not real convenient. I'm really not sure what is behind here, but we do have a CD player, and most people don't use CD players anymore, so this is really unnecessary in a 2024 vehicle. And I don't know what's behind here, but this space could have been utilized a little better to create additional open storage in the console.
And one of the other things that you had mentioned is like these switches right here. These switches are for your heated seats and ventilated seats, and right there, that is for the heated steering wheel. Do they have to be right there? Is there some other place that could have been better, more well thought out and better designed to locate them somewhere else? I don't know. Maybe it could have been better designed. CD player in 2024. Who are they marketing to? Does that mean I'm an old fart? Getting there. All right, so the second thing I want to talk about, it's kind of an annoyance that you wouldn't expect on a higher end Lexus automobile, is this noise right here. When you get off of the brake pedal, you can hear a rattle. Let me move a microphone closer and make sure you can hear it. If you get off of the brake pedal really quickly, it makes a rattle noise. And having spent what we spent buying a Lexus, you would not think that would be a problem. So here in the near future, I'm going to actually get under there and see if there's anything I can do to actually dampen that sound and make sure that it is not something that may have come off that should be on the car, or it's just something that Lexus may have missed. Some say I'm being a little too bougie about the brake pedal thing, but this is a Lexus, and I just think it should be a little bit quieter and smoother. So that brings us to our next thing that we had a complaint about, and that would be the way the trunk closes. So hang on a minute and we'll get into it. All right, so it's been more than just a few minutes. Fast forward a few days, the weather here is this nice Mississippi fickle winter. We're back into short sleeves and no rain. So anyway, we were going to talk about the trunk. And what was it we ought to say about the trunk?
Well, since this is a Lexus, I kind of feel like it should have some luxury features, and one of those should be a soft close trunk.
Correct. Soft close trunk technology kind of goes all the way back into the 70s, I believe, and maybe even further back than that. I'd have to research it, but Cadillac had it, and you would gently just bring the trunk down, and it would touch, and then a motor would, and it would close and lock your trunk. But with this, you'll have to excuse it. She's a dirty girl. I'm talking about the car. So anyway, back to the car. They provide a handle for you to close it, but you actually have to put a little force. And it's kind of clunky for a Lexus. So
I just wish that it had a soft close feature.
And
it might be a little bougie, but
yeah, it's kind of what I was going to say. If we're being bougie, we're just being bougie, but it's a Lexus. So the next topic we're going to talk about will be the blind spots from inside the car. All right, one of the complaints I have when driving this vehicle, it's not major, it's not just big, it's not terrible, is some of the blind spots that exist in the vehicle. When I look to my left, you have a large B pillar here. And when you're looking out the front, you have these A pillars here. And they're kind of thick, and they're kind of obstruct your view out of the vehicle. So you just really need to pay attention when you're driving the vehicle and to make sure that you're able to see out of the vehicle. Out of the back, turn the pan. You have the headrests that are somewhat in the way, and you limit your view out of the back and gives you a very short viewing section to look out of, and of course the C-pillars that are back there as well. So it's just something to keep in mind. Like I said, it's not a make or break deal on having a Lexus IS350. It's just something you should be aware of. And is there anything they could do differently about it? I don't know. It probably serves to provide the structure of the vehicle and make it a well crash tested vehicle. So all right, so one of the other things we think Lexus could have done better is have integrated wireless CarPlay already on the vehicle. It comes with the wired CarPlay, and your ports are underneath your center console armrest, and that's not so much of a problem. Part of the problem comes in to where you don't have any place to...
There's nowhere to put your phone.
Thank you. We've tried one phone mount that actually attaches to the CD player, and
it was just big, awkward, and in the way.
It's right in the way of the shifter. It's right in the way of your controls for your heated seats and such, and it just wasn't very convenient. And I'm not going to mount anything to my dash of this vehicle. They make some things that you can dash mount your phone. I don't want to put anything on my dash as well. So you did a little research, and what did you come up with?
I found a little device, aftermarket device to add. It's called AutoCast, and it allows us to connect to the CarPlay wirelessly. And
it does work, but there's a couple little caveats with it. Like when I drive, I want to listen to my music, and when she's using the vehicle, she wants to listen to her music. So you have to press a button on the go under the console, grab the AutoCast, cancel your phone, and then the other person is supposed to connect to their phone. But it doesn't always work seamlessly, and you have to fiddle with it. A few minutes ago, I wanted to disconnect my phone, press the button. She was trying to connect with her phone, and it kept reconnecting to my phone. So it's a little fiddly. What was one of the other things that you said about it, the AutoCast?
There is a 1 or 2 second delay with the AutoCast compared to using the wired CarPlay, but that's not too much of a problem. I mean,
it's not necessarily a make or break deal on the AutoCast. It does work, and it puts your images up on the dash, which I'll turn the camera around here, and you can see this is a direct cast, of course, from her phone, and she can use either the dash controls or the controls here in the center console, or she can actually control it from her phone. So we just think that it should be incorporated wirelessly when the vehicle is built.
Absolutely. So there's not a lot about the Lexus that we don't like.
There's just a few things that we think that they could do better.
Right.
So what were they?
Center console space, wireless CarPlay, soft close trunk, visibility, and brakes, brake noise.
The brake pedal noise.
Brake pedal noise.
Inside the car. Brakes.
Which bothers him but doesn't bother me.
What can I say? All right, so what we're doing next time is we're going to do 5 things that we love about this IS350. So, until we get that video out, why don't you go watch another one coming on the screen right now. Now, I guess I'll go get this dirty girl cleaned up.